What is up, guys, and welcome back to Road to Glory Career Mode with Sheffield United, episode number 9. Last episode, we had the Sheffield derby again. It's the replay this time of the FA Cup, but we had the first leg at Hillsborough, which we drew 1-1. Then we had Preston in the EFL semi-final, which we also won 1-0. But disappointingly, we lost to Scunthorpe 1-0. But the main thing is, it's a transfer window, and we was making transfers and also selling big players. Last episode, Billy Sharp was sold to Derby, the top scorer of League One. He was sold to them for 2.3 million, making the way for a few new players and a few new bid for a few new players. Also, George Long got a big accepted for 3.2 million from Wigan, so we'll see if he and that bid gets kind of finalised today. And we'll be obviously signing a few more players this episode as well. But anyway, we had the replay this time. Now we are playing Sheffield Wednesday and Preston in this episode again. So like last episode, we were hoping for the wins, and actually we nearly took the lead. We had a penalty. Caelan Lavery against his old team, unluckily missed a penalty, but that didn't matter because, as you see, the left foot, the absolute beautiful left foot of Dunn, just faked the shot, went in the box and finished it off. Great finish from him. He's such a reliable player. It's unreal. I'm so unhappy that he's like 27, 28 because, he's a great player. So, like I said, very annoying, but the main thing is he gets his second goal in this FA Cup campaign and actually makes it 1-0 and makes it 1-0 going into half-time. But, not a lot going on in the second half, actually. It was quite a boring second half. Only lightened up till the end of the final quarter of the game. We had the chance there with Chapman, and then they had this final chance of themselves. So, in the end, we somehow win Sheffield Wednesday. We progress on to the next round of the FA Cup, and we beat our Sheffield rivals. As you see also, George Long, now I said his deal was hopefully finalised, and as you see it is now, but I thought I'd just put that in there, just in case. These deals sometimes don't happen on FIFA. But yeah, we get 2.6 million in the end for him. And there's our replacement for him, Aaron Ramsdale, 61 rated, gone up 2 ratings already, 18 years old, be training him like mad. Hopefully be getting him up to a really good rating by the end of the season and see if he's a good goalkeeper. Harry Maguire, tried to go in for him in summer, didn't work out. We were going for him again, the ex-Blade. And there it is, Ronaldo Vieira, first signing in the Jan transfer window. What a player that guy will hopefully be. He's actually being linked to that RB Leipzig in Germany, the Red Bull team who's been doing really well in the league. He's been linked to them for a 7 million move. So, just very interesting. Also, Fane and Cole, hopefully signing them too. And then a big signing that we're trying to get in is Chris Wood, another Leeds United player. We're trying to swap him and plus Clark. I'm hoping to get this guy in and, just looks a really good player. But yeah, like I was saying, Devante Cole obviously has a lot of pace to him and he's quite a good finisher actually. So, the son of Andy Cole, the ex-Man United player. So, we're hoping to get him for just another striker really, just a backup. Hopefully, he'll progress and get into a good rating. And then, obviously, we had another player that we was trying to buy. I mean, to be fair, Maguire. We tried to get him in the summer, and I was so annoyed that we didn't get him. It came to the final hour of the summer window, and he just didn't accept the contract. So we were trying to get him there. He used to play for Sheffield United, plays for my team in real life, Hull City, and then also Fane from Oldham. We played them very early in the season and I thought he was an outstanding player, so hopefully we'll be getting him in for a bit of squad depth as well, and hopefully he's still young, 23, hopefully we'll get him up a bit as well in ratings. But anyway, on to the second game of the episode. It was in the league now, focusing on this against Bury. First half wasn't the best, well the second half was even worse. There was no chances whatsoever in the second half. It was a crap game. In the end, 0-0. Very disappointing to draw against them as they're so low in the table. We should be winning that. But, it was to training. Ramsdale, unluckily, not going up this time. But one player that did was Lookman. And we were very, very happy with that. So, we was on to our next game and our final game in the episode, which was against Preston in the second leg of the EFL Cup. We was at home this time, so, we would beat them 1-0 away. So, we got a good win, to be fair, against a championship team. But I was playing a bit of a second team this time, only because everyone was tired. I should have probably played my better players in this team. To be fair, a lot of them were better players, but I had to play Clark up front, which is obviously his last game for us before Chris Wood hopefully comes in. But the thing is, is this game, I was just so lucky to be fair. We had our chances, don't get me wrong, but Preston first half and even second half were just a better team. They just was. They were just, trying the best, and you could see that they didn't want to go out of this. Look at this chance. Should have scored on there, but in the end, the referee blew the half-time whistle. We still went into the second half 0-0. I was holding on, it was just getting, look, they hit the bar. I just couldn't believe Preston had not scored. We had our chances, like I said, we had this chance. Anike, unlucky there not to score, but in the final minute, they go and have a chance here, but, in the end, it kind of got easily saved. It was only a header. And you know what that meant, guys? We are in to the EFL Cup final, which is absolutely crazy. A League One side will be playing Sunderland. We've beat off Bournemouth, beat off Stoke, beat off Chelsea of all teams, and we're now in the AFL Cup final. Can't believe we've got there. And even better news, Harry Maguire, 23 years old, 73 rated, will be coming back to his first club. Obviously a youth player there at the team. A really cheap deal. Obviously his contract's ending at the end of the season, so we can get him for cheap. And even better, Leeds accept a cheap deal for Chris Wood, 2.5 million plus Clark. Hopefully be getting him. And even better, God, these transfer deals are just coming from everywhere. Duffy plus 400k for Fane. Offered him a contract and see if he'd also come. Really wanted this guy. I was really excited to sign this guy. And as you see, we will do. Look at that. £1,000 for him per week. Just absolute steal, I think, for me. They've lost a really good player there in Fane. But we did have our last game. It was a sim game against Bradford. I would have probably played this instead of Bury, but they are doing very well in the league, Bradford, so I thought I'd play it. In the end, we won 1-0, and also, great news at the end of the game. We signed Chris Wood. Look at that. Leon Clark. I had to push up his wage budget a bit, but, hopefully it will be beneficial in the future. But Anike actually got injured in that game, and I've picked up a few injuries recently. And look at that. He's out for 2 months, which is horrible. And then Sam Winnall. We also tried to get him in the summer, but for some reason it just didn't go through. I don't think Barnes was happy with the deal. And, I was trying to actually sign him for this season, for the end of the season. But in the end, I decided to just get him on a pre-contract. So he'll come in for next season for £9,000 as well. Hopefully will be a good addition. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit like and subscribe if you are new. And guys, I'll be seeing you later. Peace!